Some 4 million people, or nearly 10% of AARP's membership, are veterans and active military. That includes Charles Williams, who's a veteran and executive council member with AARP Kentucky, and he's joining us this morning. Charles, good to see you. It's been just a little while since we've had you on Great Day Live. We're glad to have you back. How is AARP committed to meeting the needs of veterans and active families?
Well, just because of the numbers you just cited, Angie, first of all, thank you for having me again. I enjoy being able to share information about our resources at AARP. But just because, based on the numbers you cited, about over 4 million people, or 10% of AARP's membership, happens to be military or veterans. And AARP is committed to meeting the needs of that particular community too. So therefore, we know that with the sacrifice veterans have made, we want to do whatever we can in order to help them.
Absolutely. Now, we're talking a lot about, giving care to others and how imperative that is, whether you are a veteran who's giving care, or a veteran who's receiving care, or anyone who's in either position. How is that important to AARP? Because, I mean, it's clear that it is.
Well, caregiving is one of the major initiatives of AARP. And I would like to hearken back to a statement that a former First Lady made who said, all of us at one point will either be a caregiver, we will know someone who is a caregiver, they are a caregiver, or they will need someone to give them care. So based on that, the need is just there. It is here upon us, and we don't have that old community from the country days when one could go right down the street or next door and someone would help you out with your loved ones. AARP serves the takes that place of the person next door. We're all family.
I love that. I love that, and I love hearing that from you. We are all family. Now, something that I've found recently in my own personal life is when you're a caregiver, you don't always know that you're a caregiver. So, what are some of the things that we may be doing for others in our family, or in at least in our close circles that we consider family, that means we are caregivers and need to know that because caregivers need support?
As a caregiver myself, and I didn't realize what a caregiver was until someone told me, "Oh, you're a caregiver." Well, when you find yourself helping dispense medicines to someone who no longer has those capabilities, either through a physical or mental disadvantage, when you find yourself helping to take time out to get people to their doctor's appointments, or in any way helping some individual out in a way that takes you away from your normal daily routine. I always put it this way: when my telephone rings, the first thing that crosses my mind is, oh, is Cookie, that's the woman who I am a caregiver for, or is this about Cookie? So if that is what happens, even whether you're at work or whatever the case may be, and you're thinking all of the time about that person, and you're actually expending your personal time, and in most cases, unpaid time, to do the things to help with basic life necessities, you are a caregiver.
In giving care, I mean, that can be something that is, I mean, it can be a gift, to be able to give that care to someone like your Cookie, to be
Mhm.
able to give that care. But Charles, you know this, and you know this very well. It also can be something that requires support from other people. Caregiving can just be hard.
You're absolutely right, Andrew. What happens is that as caregivers, we, through inventive means, figure out that we cannot do it alone. We find out just how challenging caregiving can be when we stump a toe or hurt a finger and we have to limp and we cannot pick that pencil up the way we once were. We can't get from one room to the other without having to limp. Well, it multiply that need to someone who may be temporarily or permanently at a disadvantaged position. Caregivers provide that care. They provide that bridge to help them get up and to move and to eat and to take their medicines and so on and so on. Doctor's visits. I could go on and on and on.
AARP provides resources for caregivers who are, I mean, you all call them, I mean, silent heroes when people are doing this work. And again, like you'd said earlier, we're either going to be caregivers or we're going to be on that receiving end of care. But AARP has resources for people to help make it a little bit easier and lighten that load.
One of the things that I really like about AARP, one of my favorite parts of being a volunteer with AARP, is the resources. The quickest way to get to a resource with AARP, and one does not even have to be a member of AARP, is to go to aarp.org/, and in this case, caregiving. You can go to aarp.org and then type in whatever it is you're looking for. And AARP has just so many resources from it's like putting the key in the door, opening the door, and when the door opens, there's everything you need. I'd like to be a visual person, but that's what AARP does with its resources.
Charles, thank you so much for taking the time and hugs to your cookie. You've definitely opened the door to us here on Great Day Live. We appreciate having you. For our viewers, if you want more information, like Charles said, just visit aarp.org. But if you want specific resources about caregiving, and they have so many, visit aarp.org/caregiving or simply call 877 333 5885.